talk to you today, and I want to take off my glasses. So it's great, it's only 1:15, so we're not in any hurry. What do I want to say to you today? Well, you know, every class is different. Every group is something unusual. You know, I love teaching, and it's just because I love people, and you're all changing all the time, especially young people on a big adventure. Who wouldn't want to be with you as you experience something utterly new? From the first moment you arrive, you're wide-eyed for something new. So I always have to think of, you know, what makes a particular class special, and what makes you particularly. What will I remember? Well, I'm just thinking about that. I'll remember 4 things. And these are not random, but they just happen like this. The first one was the visit of the French University to MSU. That never happened before. And you welcomed them so beautifully, and they felt so much at home. And they really completely transformed their opinion of America, because they were welcomed so well by you, and because you were so open and you were so like them. They didn't expect you. They thought you'd be big colonialists, imperialists, somehow just dissing London. They didn't think you would be so much into London just like they were. You would be so like them. So that was wonderful. The second thing I shall remember is Joseph, of course. Joseph, who introduced me to my old sound, the healing sound. He didn't deliberately do it, but it wouldn't have happened without him. Without that conversation, I wouldn't have found the door at the back of the wardrobe into the magic land of my past. And that is so beautiful and such a gift, so I shall never forget that. I shall never forget Michelle. I remember Michelle because she took me back to Speaker's Corner to deliver the speech of my life. I never will speak that speech again. I'll never need to. I never would have spoken it had Michelle not just missed the original session, but wanted me to come with her on Easter Sunday. That was so special that I shall never forget that. And the 4th thing is Alex. One stage during the term when he was sorting out, he's just told you he's been through a lot this term, and he was sorting himself out. And I was sort of aware of that. And I just happened to invite him. I was going to coffee, and I happened to invite him to come with me to Bread a Manger, where they gave us coffee for free, both of us. And they always give me coffee for free there. They're all my friends. And we had a lovely conversation. And you know, I could see that you were beginning to sort things out, and you did. And I was then very interested in what happened and how you got on. And I could see that actually it was all going very well. And I was so glad that it did work out. But that was very special. I can tell you that only happened once in my entire teaching career. I can still remember Sage Tweedy Yates, what a name. He's the last student that I ever invited to come with me, along with my life, to have a coffee and a chat. That was 12 years ago, 13 years ago. So that's very special. So those 4 things will stand out. But of course all of you will stand out, because I got to know you as individuals, as not just a group of people, but as individual people. So I have a little message for each one of you as individuals, as it should be. Just something that, like, you somehow make me think that I need to say this to you, whatever that is. So who do I start with? Victoria? Very simple message for you, Victoria. Go to Venezuela, and if you can't go to Venezuela, would you for God's sake find some Venezuelans and Venezuelan society and Venezuelan friends wherever you are. The world is full of Venezuelans. Don't live without them. You'll never be the same. But make friends with them. Go to their clubs, find out their music, be part of them. Emily, I think to you, don't be longing for this extended family. Your father was the only one who came to see you, and he came just to see you, and he came to Speaker's Corner. Her father's name is Gary, and he came to be proud and watch his daughter. So cherish Gary and Teresa, your parents, and cherish Kyle and Jen, your sister and brother, and make a world of those people. They obviously cherish you. Don't be looking for the family you don't have when you seem to have an amazing family around you. Aaron, delighted with your speech today because it's just you beginning to feel what I want to say to you. You're an extraordinary professional person with extraordinary confidence. And it would be such a sad thing if you just fed into your shyness and wanted to stay behind the camera. When it's so obvious that of all this group, you have something extremely special to give in this dynamic, in this sort of thing, doing what I'm doing now. Your speech at the British Museum was the best speech any student has ever given at the British Museum, I believe. Ever. And I've taken hundreds and hundreds of students. So don't hide that away. You're discovering, and I'm so pleased to hear from what you said today, that you yourself are discovering what I really want to tell you. Alyssa, what do I want to say to you? Well, first of all, know how beautiful you are. And you're so striking in the pictures. What a beautiful person you are. In the pictures that Emily Jonot from France took. I thought, my God, this is a very beautiful woman. So what I want to say is know your beauty and enjoy that, because you have that. But also, cherish your sensitivity. That is your intelligence. Don't be looking around for some other sort of intelligence and spurning the heart of your own intelligence. You're a sensitive person. You're an artistic, sensitive person. That is intelligence for you. That's how you connect with the world. That's what you have to give the world. So Triana, what do I have to say to you? Well, I just have to say one word, really. Trust. 3 words. Trust in people. Okay, so your family as you were growing up, maybe you had bad experiences, maybe some of them you couldn't trust. But most people, as you found here, are well worth trusting. And it would be so awful if you just lived a little life on your own, in your own cocoon, rather than connect with all those brilliant experiences you might have. Those fabulous people. As far as I'm concerned, that's all there is in life. Not money, not possessions, nothing except people. That's all there is. Well, it's the richest thing there is. Connection with people is the richest thing there is. It feeds our souls. And why would you be soul hungry when you are a beautiful person with a beautiful voice? You weren't given that voice to talk to yourself. So go out there and trust. I had this lovely friend. She worked at British Airways for 30 years. I said, what did you learn? And she said, one thing I learned. Most people are okay. Most people. The vast majority of people are okay. So that's you, Triana. So what do I want to say to Alexa? Give yourself a break. Take it easy, for God's sake. Relax. You don't realize it, but what you bring to the table is always going to be more than other people. You don't have to work so hard. Just relax and take it easy. You already have a tremendous sense of discipline and professionalism. You do not have to work so hard. Have more fun. Just take a break. Be good to yourself. Clap yourself on the back, particularly for this whole thing in London. And I think from what you said, you are beginning to enjoy more than just the work and the demands and meeting the expectations, the A++ student, which you deserve to be. So what do I say to Ali? 2 words for Ali. Be here, not there. Be here and now. Don't be following Victoria Beckham. Be where life is happening. Be at the British Museum with us, not alone. Be at Speaker's Corner with us, not alone. Be where your life is happening, where the best of it is. Don't be somewhere else, doing something else, when your big life is going on right here, right now. Forget Victoria Beckham. Be Ali and be here. Kelly, I'm delighted. Again, your speech is beginning to talk about what I was thinking about, and that is the fact You are here. You are outside something. You have discovered a different life outside a systematic environment and everything, you know, planned and all your life in its little boxes. You've got out of the box, literally. Don't go back into the box, ever. Never go back into the box. It's very easy now to settle back into life in Florida again and settle back into your old zones. Don't. Doesn't matter where you are, just do the different thing. Don't do the most obvious thing. Do it another way. Eat at a different restaurant, have a different wine, go to a different movie, meet a different person. Stay out there. That's where life is. You discover that now. So what about you? Very simple with you, Lizzie, and that is talk to strangers. Talk to strangers because you're a lovely person. You're going to be such a gift to the strangers. Again, your speech was beginning to see you out there finding your feet, finding your presence in the world, so that, you know, you realize you have something wonderful to bring. So when you go up to somebody, you know, you're bringing something special. You're bringing a beautiful personality. And you've got an awkwardness about you, which I like. When I say awkwardness, she never just, you know, it's ever, if I say she's number 14, she's number 15, or, you know, I mean, every single time you've got that little twist, and that's really nice. That's part of your personality. It's beautiful, because that's you know, that's you not fitting in and being nice. That's just your little establishment of yourself. So, how nice that is, you know, and how nice it is to go up to those strangers. How lucky they're going to be to meet you. What a gift. So enjoy that and go out there, talk to strangers. You found that here. Wherever you are, there are always strangers around. And as we've seen already, they're mostly okay. And you're okay, so you're going to be a really nice treat for them. See it that way. I've got something for them. So, we come to Lindsay in her lovely dress. Lindsay, what am I going to say to you? Build your own family. Build your own family. Think of Sex and the City. Think of those 4 women. Make your own family.
My friend back home is my favorite girl.
Good.
Yeah, I'm
because
Charlotte.
you're who are you?
I'm Charlotte.
Of course you are. Make that family of young people. And because of the fact that, you know, your own family, you're an only child and there's so few of any of those family in your generation, you can be the one who creates the family. You know, you need to create it. And then when you create it, then you'll be able to relate with your own family in a more gentle way. You won't need them so much, because then you won't worry so much about them, because you've got your own family in the world. So that's what I would say to you. Because not only that, but you'll make that family for other people. You know, you'll be the one at the center of that, because you'll be the one that doesn't have the alternative. You'll be the one for whom this family is my family. You're my girls. So that's what I say to you. And I think then you will really enjoy your own family without anxiety or neediness or dependence, because you'll have your own family, a family that will outlive you. So choose young ones. Young girls. So now we come to Jessica. So what am I going to say to Jessica? I'm going to say, take your time and make your own decisions and follow your instincts and trust your gut feeling. Don't at all compare yourself with the shilly-shally superficial decisions that other people are making around you without a second thought. All looks very glamorous, all looks very organized. It's bullshit. You obviously give yourself a little more time. Don't judge yourself because you're making a true decision and they're not. Just have yourself the moments that you need. Take it as it comes, explore it in your own way, find your own way. It's going to be a deeper, richer way than these quick decisions that people, you know, I'm doing this course, I'm majoring in this. You haven't chosen your major yet? What are you at? They're all professional. Professional nothings. In the end, when you do find your major, it will be a major. It will be a major. So, Alex, what's to say to you? follow your blood, find your roots. You've got to know who you are. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean your biological parents, but it does mean knowing where you come from and knowing what your tradition is. Learn some Russian, go there, meet with Russian people, find out where in Russia exactly you come from. You can never be a true American until you know who you are. You can't be free until you know where you grew and who it is that is at the beginning of you. You may discover when you explore that you don't even want to be that tradition or whatever. Fine, brilliant, but find it before you dismiss it. You can't dismiss it because you're cutting off your roots. You can't, you're living like an iceberg top only. You can't do that. So, it's your blood. It's your blood. And it's fantastic blood. I mean, I can't think of better, richer blood than Russian blood. With more in it, more to give, older, ancient history, fantastic literature, fantastic drama, fantastic music. We're all following their music, their drama. They set the whole thing up, Mother Russia. So what about Hunter? What do I say to Hunter? Forget the passion, Hunter, and leave it to other people.
What?
The passion. Forget the passion. Do not feel that, you know, it's very inspiring when people are full of enthusiasm and passion and they've found their one thing. You have many, many things. I think it will be your job to be the critic, to actually look at those people full of passion and say, hold on a minute, what's that about? Explain yourself. What exactly do you mean by that? And from all of your experiences in many different areas and all your various knowledges, you'll be the man to do that. A quote for you is from William Butler Yeats, and it's on his tomb actually. It's his epitaph, but in fact they only put a shortened version on his tomb, but I'll give you the longer version. It's about a horseman, and he wanted to do that with his poetry, and I think you should do that with your life. And it's this, he said, draw reins, stop the horse, draw breath, take a minute, cast a cold eye on life, on death, then horseman pass by. Draw reins, draw breath, cast a cold eye on life, on death, horseman, then go. That's your job. Joseph, what do I have to say to you? Well, thanks for the Dance Head Major experience.
Anytime, Gerry. I don't say.
I say to you, mess around, make mistakes. That should be your motto. Make some glorious mistakes, and take your time in making them. And don't let these people rush you. Don't try now to improve your wonderful discipline that you're going to be there on time. To heck with that. There'll be enough people there on time. It's not your job to be on time, it's your job to be doodling in the background somewhere. Waste time. Even your beautiful Arabic village, you were in and out of there, I couldn't believe it, like you were there for a couple of hours or something. Waste time. As a creative person, you must waste time. It's only in the wasted time with creativity. So do not have it all planned. You have a professional attitude, obviously, and that's working for you. But if you want to be a deeper writer, a person who has something to say, then you got to find it out somewhere. And you're not going to find it out on schedules. You're not going to find it out rushing, and you're only going to find it out after 1,000 mistakes. So don't go for the nice, neat, narrow path. Forget that. Go on this path, that path, this path, that path, this path, that path, this path, that path. You'll never find the right one, but you'll write about them all. So, that's everybody. It's the first time I've ever done this. Oh my God, Michelle, the one who's holding the camera. Well, Michelle, I think I've already said it, but I'll say it again. It's lovely. We were walking down here today and we were talking about all the women in the films, Julia Roberts, and you know, Michelle has great difficulty with the Cinderella thing, where a man comes and rescues a woman. So much of that is in Disneyland and Hollywood. But like Speaker's Corner, we have to accept the noise around us. We're here for the people. This is not our own private room, people. I'm sorry, but Trafalgar Square is not our private garden. So we have to let other people come through. So Michelle, yeah, and she was saying, and I was saying to her, oh yeah, this is law and order. Let's observe. Law and order, the bane of my life. So anyway, she was saying, and I was saying, you know, Michelle, it's good you were born at this time, because we're coming into a time of strong women. You just look at Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of all of Germany, tremendous leader. And look at Hillary Clinton, probably going to be the next president of America. Yes, there she is. Another tremendous lady. I talked about her at Speaker's Corner, of steel. I have a little problem because I just think it's a pity that it's another Clinton, because I don't believe in family oligarchies. I don't believe in despotism. I hate this business of passing down the American presidency from father to son. My God, if that isn't going back to Imperial Rome, I don't know what is. Not even Imperial Rome, but to Roman ancient British monarchs. But anyway, because I always think if 300 million people, we should have a new voice. But I do admire Hillary, and to be honest, she was already the President of America. She was the President of America, the woman behind the throne, but actually the very vital person without whom he could never have done that. So, but I was saying that this is an age of strong women. Now, I think Michelle is one of those strong women. I think she herself is one of them. And you know, when I hear her talking about issues of confidence and, you know, lacking confidence and getting herself, you know, motivated, or finding, you know, she admires other people who seem to know what they want to do, or how strong and how they stand and how they communicate. I'm just amazed, because you are that person. I was delighted to go with you to Speaker's Corner because you have that political thing. I mean, you just had to be there at Speaker's Corner, because I think you are going to be one of those strong women. And I think you're now covering the microphone with that camera. Honestly, I should know that the microphone I think is in front, and everybody covers it, but it doesn't matter. So, what I say to you is, you're a very confident, powerful lady. All I say to you is, use it, and use it well. Use it kindly, and I think you will. And use it for good, and use it for the common good. And use it to make the lives of those people around you better, because you will be leading them. There's no doubt about that, in whatever field you're going to be. So, lead with compassion. That's what I say to you. But be one of the strong women. My God, be one of the strong women, because it's time. It's time. It's your turn, ladies. It's your turn. So, I'm going to finish with a Russian song for Sasha. Just one little verse. It's one of my favorite songs. It's called Midnight in Moscow, dedicated to you. Не шли в саду даже шаруги, замало до утра, не шли, ждали вы, как недороги подмосковья вечера. Не шли, ждали вы, как недороги подмосковья вечера. Hi!